Hey folks, my name is Tatiana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Ethereal Entertainer. Today I will be doing some astrological tarot readings for the month of December of 2022. Let's see how we're going to finish out the year. Let's see what we've got in store for this holiday season. So I'm going to be featuring this Modern Witch Tarot deck. Absolutely infatuated with this deck. It's available on Amazon if you feel drawn to this one. I will also be pulling a bonus oracle card for each astrological sign. This is the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Super fond of this deck as well. I hope that you get as much enjoyment out of it as I do. I love the depictions in this deck. It is fantastic and so beautiful because I love roses. One of my favorite flowers, hands down. So I also have some beautiful bracelets made by yours truly from my Etsy shop, The Ethereal Construct. We have beautiful yellow and opalite colored glass beads with the evil eyes. These are available now, so feel free to check that out if you're wanting to get some gifts for yourself or some folks that you love for this holiday season. But yeah, let's get started. Hey Gemini, so we're going to start with your sun card placement for December. We have the Six of Swords in your sun placement. For your moon placement, we have the High Priestess. And then for your rising, we have the World card. And for your oracle card, we have the Grandmothers. Very beautiful card. Let's get into what these cards mean, though. Hey there, so let's get into your sun card placement, Gemini. We have the Six of Swords. So as you can see in the depiction, this person is rowing a boat, they've got all their stuff, and they're headed in a new direction. And that's essentially what this card is about. It's about transition, it's about change. And this card may be coming up because you have recently made a change for yourself, whether it be, you're transitioning to a new job, moving into a new home, a new city, or, maybe it's just a general closing of a chapter. And when we come to this phase or this stage in our life, it can be met with a lot of apprehension and anxiety, right? But when this card pops up, it's saying that that transition is definitely essential and much needed. And it welcomes you to see it with a more positive perspective, to see the good in the situation, to see what is out there for you. You look closer at the depiction there are mountains or what seems like to be an island or new land on the other side of that water. And that is very much so applicable to what your situation may be. There's something out there that you may not know about, that you may not be aware of, but because you're taking the time and you gathered the strength to change course, to do something different, you'll discover it. You'll find it. It'll find you. And you may realize like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that this was out there for me. I had no idea I could, experience this or live like this or have this. And, being able to walk away from the things that we're not getting the best results from takes guts, because it's like, okay, but if I let this go, what am I going to be able to pick something else up? And this card is welcoming you to be open to the possibilities for yourself. Let the universe dazzle you and wow you in what it can manifest for you because you've made the decision to walk away from something that is no longer serving you. You're doing yourself a great service, and that's what this card represents. So good on you. That's really cool. And I hope that your transition is super exciting and super wonderful for you. Now, moving on to the moon placement for you, Gemini, we have the High Priestess. So you see, this is a learned individual. This is a woman that knows something, right? She's sitting and she's got a laptop. She's got a crescent moon right by her feet. You know, she's dressed to impress. She's a good-looking lady, and you know, she's ready to get some stuff done. So the High Priestess is about knowledge and wisdom in the divine feminine form. So don't be afraid to acknowledge what you know, and be confident in what you know. Be confident in what you have realized and what you've experienced and how that has helped you grow as a person. Because the thing is that this is what is going to help you and others. You're able to share this. You're able to share this, whether it be with yourself and have that self-realization so that you can level up and get to that next chapter, or that next level, that next staircase, however you want to word it. The High Priestess is saying acknowledge how far you've come and trust yourself. Trust your intuition, trust your knowledge, trust your wisdom, because you have it. You possess it. It's yours. The High Priestess is you. You are the High Priestess. And this is a card that's like, dude, you are freaking powerful. You don't have to be a woman to feel this way by any means. This card is applicable to any and all people, all individuals. High Priestess is saying you got it, and you are tapped into your intuition. Definitely trust it, because you're on it right now. Like your intuition is definitely doing what it's supposed to do, and it's going to lead you, you know, to some great places and help you get some great stuff done for yourself, some great things accomplished. So the High Priestess is a really, really good card. Also, to note that this is a major arcana card. So remember, I described in a previous video before, and I'll say it again, that these minor arcana cards are kind of like paragraphs and pages in our story, right? They're a little bit shorter lived, but when we see a major arcana card, it's more so like a chapter. This is something that we're experiencing for a longer period of time. So right now, it's time for you to trust yourself. Definitely time for you to trust yourself and your abilities, what you know, your wisdom, your intuition, all of that. And it's coming in the divine feminine form. We all have the masculine and feminine attributes. You don't have to be a woman to identify with this card. So moving on to the rising placement, Gemini, we have the World card. This is a card of summation. This is a card of cycles coming to an end and a chapter being closed, essentially. Going back to that chapter analogy reference that I was saying about the High Priestess, the World card is saying you have completed and you're at the end of this chapter, and it's time for you to rejoice. There's balance. Things have come into fruition. You have come to that point where you started off as the fool. You started off as the individual who wanted to learn something, who had no way, didn't know what way was up, you know what I mean? To being a very learned individual, to being a person who has experienced folly and experienced trials and tribulations and excitement and all different kinds of things. And now you are at this moment where it's all come together. It's come into fruition in the physical form. It's come to fruition in an emotional form. It's come to fruition in all aspects. You see, we have all the different representations of elements here. So this is going back to the minor arcana. Those attributes are all in this card. So be proud of yourself. This is a card that you've manifested something, and it's real now. It's here. You've done it. You've accomplished it. And you should feel, honestly, you should acknowledge your godlike abilities. Like, we are all essentially gods. walking around with this divine power within us. And the world card is saying, dude, like, you birthed this and it is now in the world because of you. Applaud yourself. Be proud of yourself. You did that. So definitely take the time to acknowledge how far you've come, acknowledge your journey, how much you've grown, how much you've expanded, how much you've accomplished. Because now it's time to look at what the next thing may be for you. So, okay, Gemini, we're going to get into the oracle card I pulled for December of 2022 for all of y'all. And it is the grandmothers. Remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. I'm just going to go ahead and read the description that comes in the booklet, as well as the little affirmations that come. They're super cool, so I definitely want to share that with you too. The rose was here for long before you and me, and long before humanity itself. She holds within her the rememberings of civilizations past, roots that reach back for millions of years and hold the codes of creation. They carry with them the songs of the ancient grandmothers of the earth. Can you hear their song? When this card appears in a spread, it's an invitation to reach all the way back to go forward, to reach your roots deep to soar high. The ancient grandmothers are calling for you to remember the wisdom of your ancestry. Long before colonialism severed so much that's sacred, before the rise and fall of empires and entire civilizations, all the way back to the origins of humanity. They're calling you to play your part in this time of healing, to heal and integrate what you've inherited in your ancestral line. It's not personal. These are changing, healing times that we came here for. To reconnect and reach all the way back to the original mother, and to see our role as the ancestors of those who are yet to come. To remain grounded and rooted in your life, so that no matter how rocky things get, you always know that you are home. Rose transmission. I reach my roots all the way back to go forward. I call upon the sacred strength and support of my ancestors who did not forget to be with me now. I acknowledge the difficulties and what's coming up to be healed. And I do so for all who are yet to come. I hope you enjoyed that. I really love this oracle card deck, and I'm so glad that I was able to share it with you. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. I hope to see you back really soon. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can get the next card spread for the month of January. Thank you so much again. Bye.